My hill to die on or strong take is most youth group games are bad. Now, let me explain. So I grew up in a Black church context, and we didn't even have youth group. And my first time ever in a kind of evangelical youth group setting, at the end of the game, the person who lost got like a pie in the face. And I was shocked because in my neighborhood, if you put a pie in somebody's face, you're going to get beat up. And the more I hung out with evangelical youth groups, I realized that most of them have some kind of weird, embarrassing element of it. You eat a weird food, you're kind of like, you're getting hit with something, or you're getting like embarrassed in some way. And so I just don't understand how or why you have to embarrass or spill something on a kid to introduce them to Jesus. My hot take is,
isn't that baptism?
Cancel youth group games for the kids.
Whoa.
Cancel. Wow. Well, okay.
Or no shame involved. No shame.
Okay. No shame, humiliation, or embarrassment.
I'm saying it is a distinctively evangelical phenomenon to embarrass people for entertainment in the context of childhood activities. Not normal.
Okay, so when you then led the youth group,
yes,
and you discovered that these things were happening,
yes,
did you just go in there and become the killjoy? Said enough with the games?
I was the duck.
Yeah, what happened?
So what I did instead is we just did high point, low point. I think that might have actually been in the book, which we went around and said what was the best part of your day and what was the worst part of your day. And you'll be surprised at how rarely young people are actually asked about their day. And that became one of the most important parts. They would not let me get rid of it. We did that every week for like 3 years almost. In the youth group, I'm not saying correlation is causation, but we got rid of the games. No more pie in the face. We added in, let me actually get to know you and tell you about Jesus in the youth group.
So you exchanged humiliation for vulnerability.
Yeah. And it worked.
Caitlin's not happy.
I mean, that sounds very nice.
Yeah.
But I feel like I cannot believe I am the one saying this because I am sure I hated these games when I was in youth group, but like, you need some more levity.
I mean, what do you mean?
You need some like just goofiness.
I guess I don't want to say we never played any games. I feel like there might have been Foursquare. I feel like there was some game involved.
Yeah, okay.
So we played. It wasn't that we didn't play. It's like there were no shame-based activities.
Does that include all eating gross things? Because that seems pretty central to youth group life.
Yeah, no eating gross stuff. No eating gross stuff. I didn't eat
that has to include shame.
Yeah, actually, it's funny because now I'm thinking about it. I think there was like a couple of like OG youth group leaders who, when you like, because you don't plan every week. As I'm thinking back on it, there were a couple of OG youth group leaders who, whenever they were in charge, would bring back some of the gross stuff. But for me,
I understand, like, if you are forcing some poor shy kid into an embarrassing situation, but when you are volunteering, and there's always that kid,
so many that
who wants to do that, and it's just a way for everyone to have a shared, goofy, fun experience. I mean, like, we've had a lot of people connected to Holy Post and in our office space even who are Young Life. Yeah. And like, this is a staple, right? But they never shame a kid into doing something. And it's always a volunteer.
I think a lot of that is culturally conditioned. Surely. And what I'm saying to you is during the entirety of my like childhood, we did not have these types of games. And so we played basketball, we played baseball, we played spades. In the context of playing spades, did you talk trash to each other? Yes. But the object of
because that's not humiliating or embarrassing.
Like, you run a Boston or something. Anyways, let's tell this stuff. I won't get into that. So there were times where there was like the frivolity of like the competition, but it came naturally as a part of the activity. So like, I'm going to cross you up and shoot a 3 in your face, and I'm going to tell you about it. But that's natural, right? Versus like the object of the game is to like hit you in the pie in the face. Okay. Like, when I dunk on you, then I've dunked on you. Like, you deserve it.
The other question then is are these games problematic in your mind because they're connected to a ministry, or in any context would this be bad? Like, if this is just some camp, non-Christian, I'm fundamentally opposed to these types of games in general.
Okay, because it's just like, I guess it is. And I don't want to make my neighborhood sound like too violent or dangerous. But
you live in North Wheaton, man.
No, where I grew up in.
Okay.
Right now. But a lot of our context was emotional management. And so if you're going to have a bunch of kids together, especially from different neighborhoods, you have to figure out how to do something that wasn't going to turn violent. And so you were trying to have a good time together, and you hope that, like, you're playing basketball, nobody got fouled in a way that was like too physical, because then that would lead to something else. So in other words, there was a sense of always managing the emotions in a room and not singling someone out. Because if you singled them out, that was going to lead to danger.
Yeah.
So when you have a game that is set up to single people out, it just feels odd.
I get it.
Let's wrap this up.
This went from a hill to die on.
See, you made. I'm not used to doing this. Now you can edit this out. But yes, hill to die on.
No, but this went from a hill to die on to like an interesting sociographic understanding of humiliating youth games.
Yeah. I think that when you talk about like how place influences how you see and understand and respond to stuff, that cultural difference goes all the way down. And I don't think we always take that seriously enough, like how far down it goes.
Great point.